to a non-violent struggle. They act violently on one hand, then they want to come to us and pretend that they want to engage us in peaceful elections. This is very sad, and we want the people of Zambia to see for themselves what we've been preaching. The people of Zambia know who the violent elements in this country are. But I have a message for the PF today. And my message is very simple. You can see that across the PF enjoy the freedom to put up their billboards, and that we as UPND are not bothered to go and tamper with these billboards, because we know that our preoccupation is to make our case with the Zambian people, who are the electorate, on the 12th of August, this year, as we go to the polls. So we are not scared. They can put all sorts of, campaign material and billboards, and we are not bothered. But for them, this is a sign that they are scared. They are scared of the growth of the UPND, which has resonated so well with the Zambian people. The Zambian people are already made up in terms of who they are going to vote for. The Zambian people are voting for the UPND primarily because of acts such as this. We, the Zambian people, are peace-loving. This is alien to this country, okay? And that violence has been brought about and brought forth by the Patriotic Front, who realize that their time is up. I also want to tell them that it's not our fault that they found the price of millimil at 35 kwacha, and that today the Zambians are unable to feed themselves because millimil now has skyrocketed to 140 and beyond. It is not our fault that Zambians are not able to make their ends meet, okay? And that this kind of provocation for us, does not bother us, because the judges ultimately are the Zambian people who are seeing for themselves that here is a party that has run out of ideas. They cannot engage us, in any meaningful discourse as to why, they ought to be retained in power, all right? And shame on the Patriotic Front that they will pay lip service to issues of peace accords, and in the dead of night come and do a despicable thing like this. Now, this is happening in Ndola. It has been happening in Lusaka. President Hakainde Hichilema's billboards continuously being vandalized, okay? They have tried all manner of things to try and stop the gallant son of this soil in Hakainde Hichilema from ascending to the presidency. But I have a message for them, like I've said. Our pact, our peace accord is with the Zambian people. We want to promise the Zambian people that come August, once you vote wisely and that you vote for the UPND, this level of provocation, this level of thuggery is coming to an end. We want to rid this country of such violent elements. And that today we have not even bothered to go and report to the police. Because like I've stated before, the police have been colluding with these thugs. There is no point. The police clearly are not interested in maintaining peace, law, and order. We shall not report this particular case because it's a waste of time. But the time to reckon with the police is also coming.
Very soon.
This ineptitude in the police will be dealt with very, very strongly when we take over after August 12th. The police will have to answer for allowing such kind of thuggery and provocation. But ultimately, let me now also address the outgoing president of this republic, Mr. Edgar Lungu. Just by word of mouth, President Lungu is able to shut down bars. Yeah. He is able to stop people from going to church, in the name of COVID. I want to reiterate, like I've said in the past, that if the president had an ounce of peace in him, he would have put this to an end. Just by his word, as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, he would have stopped this nonsense. but clearly he is not interested. And that he too, he shall be judged. The Zambian people, to you the Zambian people, let me say that this election is a referendum. Do you honestly want this country to continue being led in such a manner? These billboards, is that what we want? No. These billboards were put at great expense, and clearly that water, rather that money is now water under the bridge. But we shall now intensify. The mourning period in this country comes to an end today at 18 hours. And I've got a message for the PF. You shall now see a campaign like you've never seen before. Because we are determined that you cannot continue leading this country in such a manner. Yes. Thank you so much for coming at short notice. And please help us as the fourth estate, as you are called, to be able to report correctly. Let us not debate as to who has been responsible for violence in this country. It is clear that it is this PF, the party that will be kicked out of office come August 12th, that has been perpetrating violence through such provocative acts. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Well, like I stated when I addressed that press conference with Bowman Musambo, I did say that, we needed to walk the talk. For Upnd, we are keeping our end of the bargain. But today, we now clearly see, okay, that that pact was merely smokes and mirrors, as the English would say. They are not genuine in maintaining law and order. They are not genuine in respecting the rule of law. And as such, I guess, like I've said, the Zambian people, please be the judge.
What's the message to youth who would want to intervene?
I want to say to our youths that as a party, this provocation has got many ramifications. If we stoop so low to retaliate or revenge these acts, we shall be no different from the PF. Yes. And the Zambian people will see no difference at all.
Exactly.
So in order to shame them, here we are with our billboards removed. No matter how much makeup they may put on their candidate, it does not improve her image at all. The PF candidate for Ndola Central knows that she cannot win this election. And this is her desperate attempt to try and catch our attention. So we are not going to pay an eye for an eye. We are going to remain the disciplined lot that we are in order to show the Zambian people a glimpse of what is coming in the new UPND government that is coming post-August 4th. Zambia! Zambia! So, lekene futi ndane kona mchibemba, bakutila bane ba PF, na tuishi bakutila, na muishi bakutila ama election na mulu sakale. Ichinomba mwalaisa mukutubala, mwalaisa mukufumia ama billboard yesu, nomba tulefu atumuebe. Ukutila ifwe pamonga wa UPND. Fwewe ishiwa kwa matabena Zambia. Nabasenda molu bali muri UPND. Elo kaini na watu sumino kutila bala tupele ishuko liya kuteka pa August 12. Ifata tuwabueshemo iyo. Mule umfatini? Elo kabidi. Bena mumone chipicture chabo cho chiri hapo. Bali esha candidate wao bamukataika makeup ati awame. Ala mukwa image tetise iwame muri inshira iyo. Abena Zambia na basala kale. Abantu balefuwa inshira yako bati ama election bengafuya ukweba ati bayeminika. Icho balefo kumona ati ifo twayamba ukulabo eshambo. Ero limbi bakese ikato weso tumwamona niba UPND bale chitefu. Ifo banena tusunge mikoshi.
We are not fools.
Abena Zambia eba tusungile obulungu mukwayi. ala mukwai kali na uyo ino uiminine ko muchilongane no chabo pamonga pa Ndola Centro tuletila mwalobeli ya mamayo anatapali chenu na kuli lungu tuletila kanabe sana maira tuwalimo nefe mwa posesho munenu anachabulanda ukutila we muntu pamonga ntungulushi ule itatu likateka wachalo cha Zambia na ulange fye wako so mutima ulefiro kwa tuinga sekelo munobe ale ishtanga ya Afrika nishina ifika bakaundepo bali ya basuka batusha bachiruwepo bali ile kwa isa bambi barupia banda bali ishile baya kwa isa basata ala mkwai na wine lungu nshita yobe ya Afrika mkwai tusheni walungu chino chalo chenu tusheni muchibote ichibote cho mwasangire ichibote chate mwalesa notifi mwala atuma abalumendo bala chitechi ala mkwai tachamuletela obuyo iyo mkwai napuisha
nama ya kocha tai ya nama ya mwache tai nona mwebe lungu nama ya fya kutora ni vifiti balungu batolerecha ubuteko bwa charo chino pambale baba pela one silver plate. Lelo we want to give our friends ba UP ba PF ayomana mwatampa ya bupuba na kabili na lilandirepo tapali oko yala mutwala no mbali inefe mwalata mpoku tina nefi nshingwa fyenu uwa mano atampi oku ipanga peace with us by Upnd twalachita investigate. We are capable of investigating this simple crime and very soon within 24 hours we'll get bottom to the culprit and at an appropriate time and I'm repeating panshite ayana tukesa ubusho mulandu pantu mulandu taubona aka kunyelele takalabwa tulinendu wa PF just wait.